What's up, reprobates? Don't think my TV don't work or nothing like that. I still actually got the sticker on it, but I gotta get it harnessed correct, and I think it's missing a wire or two on the hookup. I think it's missing a wire or two on the hookup. But the purpose of this video is to speak on the video that we've all been viewing on the Pat Patrick video. I won't mention the name of the channel or anything like that, but it's a very interesting and very intriguing, I may say, video. But the point of this video is to speak on some things that were said in the video as far as the changing of hands of Indian Sunny before it got to Indian Sunny. I'm sorry, the changing of hands of Bolio before it got to Indian Sunny, then eventually into Pat Patrick's yard. Doing my due diligence on Indian Bolio even before some of the more recent videos of Bolio have been out, led me to find out that, of course, Mr. Patrick is right. Bolio was bred by Eddie Klaus and ended up on Maurice Carver's yard. And it was said in the by Pat Patrick, he wasn't too sure on how many yards it went to or how did it get in the hands of Indian Sunny. But due diligence of Bolio years prior, I was able to find out and put together with studying pedigrees and just looking over old photographs that Indian Sunny and Maurice Carver were heavy affiliated. I've seen pictures of them at shows, Indian Sunny and Maurice Carver along with the other Carvers. And I think the wife was in the photograph that I saw as well. And not for nothing, some of those substantial dogs that were handled and bred by Maurice Carver actually belonged to his wife. But that's another topic, another video. I'm thinking one of them was Ironhead, but a couple of those substantial dogs were actually owned by his wife. I forget her name. But be that as it may, I think, well, I'm pretty much sure. I know that Indian Sunny acquired the dog from a colleague of his in the game, Maurice Carver. In fact, Maurice Carver has a Bolio himself, a little mate brother of Indian Bolio. So I'm pretty sure that he acquired or sold, and he bought the dog from Maurice Carver, and I'm speaking of Indian Sunny. Carver's Bolio, if you look at the pedigrees, you'll see there's a Carver's Bolio, belly-mate brother of Indian Sunny's Bolio, of Indian Bolio. So I just wanted to put that out there for you reprobates. Another thing I wanted to put out there is there were substantial Indian dogs that were bred into Bolio off of the Eli Jr. line by Indian Sunny, Indian Conda, Indian Crusher, I want to say Indian Sandy. Those dogs were Bolio bred Eli Jr. dogs, and they done well. In fact, I want to say Bert Klaus, his first champion dog, he had one, not Bert, I'm sorry, Bert Sorrells, maybe Rick, but I want to say Bert Sorrells' first champion dog that he handled was an Indian, off the Indian line. A lot of people don't give Indian Sunny the recognition for actually breeding the dog. People just think that it changed hands and he really didn't breed the dog. Patrick bred most of the dog, but a lot of the famous breeders were bred by Patrick. But my point being is that Bolio was bred heavily by Sunny into Eli Jr., into Eli Jr. dogs, into Clayton Eli Jr. dogs. So that's the deal on that. And like the pedigree say, and that it said, you know, he had, even when he lost out on Bolio, he had substantial breedings that led to animals that were equivalent to Bolio, that were equal to Bolio. Some of them dogs may have said were just as good or better but I know he had dogs that were equal to Bolio, bred just like Bolio, by himself, and a lot of those dogs were bred into the Eli Junior line. So people need to give Sonny his credit too for the breed of Bolio, because, like I said, he bred winning dogs off of Bolio before it got into on Pat Patrick's yard. And to name a few of those dogs, like I said, Indian Conda, Indian Sandy, and India Crusher are a few of those dogs, just to name right now, that were bred into Bolio. And like I said, Bert Soares. Sorry about my flash. Bert Soares had his first winning champion dog was off the Indian line. That's enough for you now, reprobates. I just wanted to touch bases on that, you know what I'm saying, and kind of give him his props, you know, as far as like how he bred a line of dogs, or a line of winning dogs and Rom dogs off of Bolio. And again, Maurice Carver also had a Bolio. It's a Carver's Bolio as well. That's a Belly Bay brother to Bolio. And that dog could be pictured, is pictured online on Apbt online pedigrees. I'll get you reprobates another time. This is Spank Tudor, the full-blown Yahuan. Spank in Austin. I'm a buyer and y'all's my father. I'll get you reprobates later.